Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer back with another video. And today I'm gonna be featuring a battleship, which is not a battleship, it's a cruiser, a Russian cruiser, Petropavlovsk. A very much of a name in World of Warships in terms of how good the ship is currently in the game. As you can see, its armor profile is very slim, and it's a cruiser, but we cannot call it cruiser really because it really tanks like battleship. And I'm gonna be featuring its great capabilities, and honestly it has so many strengths that the battleships should have usually, but you find it in this cruiser, which is obviously the Petropavlovsk. Now, as a Russian cruiser, not only it has radar, which is a great consumable, it also have hydro and very decent HP pool of 55,000. And considering its armor is amazing, which I will probably gonna show you in the late game or after this game, you will see why the ship is one of the strongest, the cruisers in the game, and quite feared ship for a reason. So obviously, I'm spawned onto the sea side of this map, and I'm looking to get onto the position where I can just be able to shoot in the middle of the D and B caps. So I was thinking about doing this, so I pushed it right onto there and see how these guns will perform. It will be clearly seen in this game that Petropavlovsk, even without legendary mod, mind you, it's not with the legendary mod, but I've heard a lot from people that bought the legendary mod. They're saying that the legendary mod of the Petropavlovsk is even better because it focuses solely on the guns and it improves the dispersion as well. So I think I will make a video on it, and once I have the access to the legendary mod of the Petro. But in this game you can also see that Petropavlovsk can do just fine even without having not those really accurate guns. I mean, dispersion can sometimes be trolling because at long range the Petropavlovsk has this sort of values of the dispersion where it will not gonna do great. Like the dispersion will be a bit trolling at long ranges, but at short ranges they have very good dispersion compared to cruisers. 13.4 kilometers, and you can see the dispersion is not that bad. The vertical dispersion is pretty decent and consistent, and I'm able to land 2 citadels on the Buki. Buki was pushing, obviously, which is not a good thing because you're just directly pushing into the Petropavlovsk, and obviously you have to show broadside. Unless you have the ability to disengage, I don't think so. The pushing is the best option. But obviously, Buki is just shooting from the bow and thinking that if I stay angled like this, I will be just fine. But that's probably not the case. Even then, I'm still doing some damage, and he's not able to do much. Even though I just use the damage control. I mean, damage control isn't that bad. You just reload damage control very quickly. And look at Zabuki again showing me broadside at 10 kilometers. And this is the situation where I don't able to understand why I got 7 over penetrations on Ibuki. But well, there it is. He's dead. And I think that's the result that I wanted to get. So I did get that, which I'm happy about. Then we have Andalusia, who's also pushing apparently. I don't understand why. Maybe Changmu has smoked up that area and he's trying to utilize that, but I don't think so. It's a good idea to push like this. And obviously, I was waiting for the situation where he would hide away like Ibuki, but that didn't happen. But on the other hand, this booster also decided that he will broadside the Petropavlovsk guns, which are obviously no joke. And yep, again 18k damage. And same result that I got from Ibuki. Okay, so I thought, well, let's take another shot at him. And the booster is basically trying to hide away again, trying to go reverse towards the island, which is quite a big one here. And yeah, he somehow managed to get away from this because the second salvo after the good one is not the best. But that's fine. But on the other hand, he got 2 fires on me, which is now felt almost like battleship like fires, because 2 fires almost have this damage comparable to battleship ones if they tick fully for almost 30-25 seconds. But it's still not that bad. You will be just fine. And so I'm just trying to ping to the team and trying to say that just shoot the booster if anyone has a chance to shoot him, because that position is risky, but at least it's trying to deny the caps. You know, the DD won't be able to get those towards the B. But well, then I started to push towards the A side because I saw that Andalusia is a bit far away, and there's only one Changmu and Musashi, which I'm fine with, so they won't be able to push this flank. On the other hand, I see the booster is pushing a bit, and Andalusia obviously broadsiding and slightly get into my firing range, but somehow he managed to just disengage, which kind of sucks. But well, I was spotted for a bit, and then obviously the Petropavlovsk radar is amazing. You just pinpoint the radar, or like TD. So the Changmu is like, okay, so what I'm gonna do here? Like, he cannot disengage. If he disengages, he's gonna beach, which he will absolutely do. He kind of stuck on a situation where he shouldn't be. But people tend to do these things, and it just kind of feels so weird that why people do that. And now I believe that I might kill the Changmu along the way. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, we got the Changmu as well. So they lost 3 ships, so we have really good advantage on this flank, at least on the D, because they don't have destroyers, so they won't be able to push. Because there's also Holland there that also will try to stop the push from you know, the cruisers. So the dispersion of Petropavlovsk right now is pretty okay, but sometimes it could be trolley, because just like I said, the dispersion can not be the consistent one, and legendary mod does help a lot in dealing with that. So, well, I saw the booster now leaving the cover. Somehow he just left the B, and now he's showing broadside. And as you can see, the dispersion of the Petropavlovsk is not the best, like around 14 kilometers. I just managed to get 1 citadel, which I was lucky, but obviously because of not that consistency, I am not able to get enough, you know, the citadel, so he just got away again. So you can see the reason why Petropavlovsk in these positions can be a bit of an issue. But on the other hand, without legendary mod, you have extra heal, so you can tank a bit. But if you have Kuznetsov, which I do have, it's not going to be a whole lot of problem. You can just mitigate that 1 extra loss of heal at the, you know, at the cost of having, you know, that amazing dispersion, which shouldn't be a problem. And as you can see, those 2 shells, they don't foul shot, and they just hit right onto the citadel, and I got the booster, which is very satisfactory, to be honest. So already in 12 minutes I got 86k damage, pretty decent. 7 citadels. Obviously the cruisers were constantly broadsiding me, doing some hilarious things. So Petropavlovsk is really good in, you know, dealing with those ships, not shit. So as you can see, I pushed towards the A, and there's a whole lot of ships on A. They are thinking of pushing, but at the moment we have so many ships out there that they are kind of onto the brakes, not thinking of pushing that much hard. Obviously, when I saw the Edgar is definitely a real threat, and if we can deal with him on time, we might have a chance. Again, 5 overpens feel sometimes weird. Like you have the guns that have really good hand angles and, you know, the short fuse arming time. So, but it's not working at the moment. Just getting some more of over penetrations sometimes sucks. But still, the guns are still very good and really reliable, just like we know. So again, well, I saw the Andalusia is guiding away, and he's looking to slow down. So I think I missed that one. Yep, he's just slowed down. So yeah, I missed salvo, but I just managed to re-aim correctly, and I think I might get him again this time. Yeah, now he started to move forward, and I aim pretty okay, and I got 1 citadel. Dispersion here, you can see it's not the best. At 14-15 kilometers, you start to feel the dispersion gets a bit too wonky. So, but it's still okay. I mean, you still at least if you get 1-2 citadels, that's still be pretty fine. I decided to push A because, well, we're sort of winning hard right now, to be honest. So I thought even if I lose a lot of HP, or even if I just push really hard, the battleship levels of armor that it has on the casemate side it will do pretty well. So, well, I realized, okay, let's push towards A. And slowly but gradually, we will be able to make them push back. Because they are still not interested in pushing A, because they have so much firepower here, but they didn't manage to do much. We have lost 2 battleships only, and that's not a problem. We will be able to do just fine. On the other hand, I saw the Heiser on the border. Man, and the allied team also got the Musashi, so they just only have 5 ships left, to be honest. So. And then I saw the Gurnaliu, and yeah, Gurnaliu is broadsiding, to be honest. So, but you can see again, dispersion, pretty much weird. If I would be in Stalingrad here, Stalingrad would have done way better and having way better penetration as well. The Edgar obviously is like, oh damn, what I have done. I have to go into the smoke and just do exactly that. So he just reversed and go into into the smoke, but I just got 2 citadels. So well, as you can see, I just got a radar, and Edgar that I was thinking that I might be safe. Well, that's not the case. But look at the, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that desync here, it's kind of special. I was thinking that he might die, but the desync here is a bit too much. But still, with some decent penetrations, I'm not getting overpenned, which I was lucky. Able to get the Edgar with within the radar duration, I think. So we just find our ships to be pretty safe on B side, but not on A, because well, there is, I think, the Shimakaze that is torping our battleships and cruisers. So I was having, I'm looking to make a decision. I was thinking that should I go to Shimakaze or should I go to the Ohio or Gurnaliu? And I decided, well, the Shimakaze is not gonna be that much of a threat. I mean, he can torp me, sure, but I should be just fine. But then, after realizing that there's a Heisen there who has my flat broadside, I taken a bit of a risky move, and that's where the Petropavlovsk great armor will show that how much the Gurnaliu did damage. Like, it's basically nothing. And that's also one of the notorious things about Petropavlovsk, that its armor is really trolley. When you shoot, you didn't get citadels, really, even though it has decent, like, decent sized citadel, which if you go into the, port, here the Ohio was lucky, honestly was lucky and got a citadel, but most of the time it falls a lot hard, and it's very frustrating to deal with the Petropavlovsk when he's doing what he's doing. Ohio did a good job, he just kited away, but it's too late, and obviously it's too much not worth it, because the damage they're not able to do, they're not gonna do a whole lot now. The enemy team is almost dead, and look at that, Ohio shot at me, all of them were bounces, really. The Petropavlovsk is really that good when it does that. Obviously, I did a 190k damage, almost a million not the spotting damage, it's the potential damage, which I tanked quite a lot, and obviously 100k spotting damage as well, which is very impressive. So obviously Heisen was border humping the entire game onto that one line, and now he's starting to realize, oh, let's shoot Petropavlovsk. He might, I'm thinking that he might get me there, but just doing good damage, 4 penetrations, also showing some broadside, and you can see armor is doing just fine. I'm okay. I have only 5,600 HP. I was thinking of Citadel in the Heisen, but I was very unlucky there. At close range, as you can see, the dispersion was pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty good when it comes to that. And secondary's got a fire, and I killed the Heisen with a fire. So it's 218k damage. Amazing game. Petropavlovsk is really good, and I think if you don't have one, you should get this and grind it, because it's free. If you grind this Russian line, I think it's really worth it. So Petropavlovsk's strengths and weakness can be clearly seen. The dispersion is not the best, and armor is really good out there. Sometimes you can get citadel, sometimes you just get away like scot-free. That's how it works. So you can see top in the team, 2.8k base XP. Petropavlovsk I think it's very consistent when you do these sort of games. You can easily get 2.5k damage. So passing the team, enemy team Edgar probably smoked up and did good job in damage farming there, but it's not enough because their half team was completely trash. Honestly, it's too bad for them. And obviously, the detail report wise, did good damage to cruisers where Petropavlovsk is really good, and obviously a couple of damage to battleships, and even Gudenliu was didn't get Citadel, but did good damage out there. So that's the game. 84k damage received and 217k damage out of that, 215k damage with AP only. And obviously, if I remember not, yeah, 10 Citadels. This could be a lot much more though, because the guns was not the consistent, not getting good volleys. Still, than Citadels, you can expect even more in Petro. So I hope you like the game, and if you do, then please like and subscribe my channel. I'm gonna be making more videos out there and show a couple of more ships which are worthy of grinding. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you into the next one.